Hi guys, my name is Lauryn Lewis.
And I'm Reman Kabati, and we are your co-hosts for the Life Unfiltered podcast.
And I'm not sure about you, Reman, but everything has been feeling very real, and there's been a lot of transitions happening right now. And are you feeling as nervous and scared as I am through this time?
As I laugh through it, I am so scared.
Me too.
We talk about all these exciting things that are coming up, and it's so exciting, but it's so bittersweet, and it's so scary. Like, what do you mean? Now I'm an adult, and I have to do all these adult things, and what am I going to do about that?
Why does change feel so scary?
I don't know. It's just, I think what it is that we're not familiar. When you're not familiar with things, you might be more scared. Maybe I've never met Lauryn before, and I'm so scared to meet her, but Lauryn is a ray of sunshine.
Aww.
So I think it's just that we're just so unfamiliar with things.
And the unknown is scary.
100%.
And I think that, especially as a young person, the unknown means literally like your life in the palm of your hands,
100%.
You know, because you're making the choice. You're choosing your college. You're choosing your career. So as a young person, that unknown is like the biggest decisions of your life and the building blocks of your life.
100%. The choices that we make today are going to affect us the most. And I'm going through that right now. You know what I mean? Like, the choices I've made throughout my entire high school career are all going to affect me soon, which is crazy.
And it's soon.
Very soon.
And when people say high school flies, high school does fly. I was a freshman. I was like, I'm a freshman forever. High school doesn't fly. And I'm like graduating next year. Holy cow.
I'm graduating in 4 months.
And you're graduating in 4 months, Reman.
It's crazy.
How does time get away from us?
I don't know. I'm like, this is just a lot to cope with. And I feel like some people might handle it better than others. How would you cope with that? How are you coping with that? I mean, you're turning 17 this month, so that's a big age.
Guys, I am turning 17 this month.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. I don't even know. Actually, this is crazy. When I was getting dressed this morning, I was like, whoa, like I'm like 17. Like, that doesn't even sound like a real age.
Such a big girl.
For me, I know. Oh, like, how do I cope with it? I try to turn as much of the unknowns and I'm terrified and I'm scared of, I am so lucky to, I am so grateful to.
I love that.
Because no matter who you are, you know, the people before you have been through some trials and some tribulations, you know, rather, you know, it is because of their race, it's because of, you know, where, you know, they live, money, anything. The people before you have gone through so much, and the people before you have not been able to do the things that we are doing right now. Like, the fact that I can sit here and I can pick any college and go to school for anything I want is such a blessing.
I literally love that you say that, and it brings me to my next question, which you've already answered half of it.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think about the choices we have to make? I mean, as high school students, we have to take the SAT, we have to choose what college we're going to, we have to decide the major, what we're going to do for the rest of our life. And I love that you said that we get to. We get to decide that, because
the mindset switch.
Someone had to go through so much for us to be able to make those choices. And the fact that Troy School District allows us to make these choices when we make them, and the way we get to make them, I mean, we get to choose such amazing, we've talked about this, amazing classes that put you on the right path to know what you want to do, to love what you want to do. And there's always like the opportunity to change your major, to change. Don't be afraid of change.
Don't be afraid of change.
Like we've said before, you got to be uncomfortable to be comfortable.
Go ahead, speak on that more, Ramon. You have to be uncomfortable to be comfortable.
Yeah, like,
I love
sometimes, you know, I feel like back in middle school, I was just so afraid of what people thought. I wanted to stay comfortable. I wanted to stay in my spot. I didn't want to move. I stayed with the same group of people, didn't try to talk to new people at all. I just always stuck with that group because that's what felt comfortable. That's all that I knew, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I didn't want to challenge myself and take harder classes. I didn't want to do all these, these opportunities were provided for me, and they're just so amazing. And I was stuck in this circle because that's where I was comfortable. And I was like that until freshman year too. And then I was looking around me. I was meeting new people. I was uncomfortable, but I was meeting new people, and these people showed me all the opportunities that we can possibly have, all the things I can step out of my comfort zone to do, all these amazing things that were given to me. It's given to me. Why not take it? You know what I mean?
I love
I was
it.
uncomfortable, But now I'm comfortable. And I think if I didn't do what I have done, and if I didn't meet the amazing people that I have met and all these opportunities that were given to me, I don't think I would be where I am today. And I'm so comfortable now.
2026, Reman is making you make yourself uncomfortable.
Make yourself
That's
uncomfortable.
The message.
And honestly, I'm feeling uncomfortable about college. I'm feeling uncomfortable about all these new opportunities. I mean, I was talking to my friend and she was like, yeah, do you want to do this club? Do you want to be the president of this club next year at the university I want to go to? And I was just like, in my head, I'm like, no, what? Absolutely not. That's so scary. All these people who are probably older than me and they're all around me and I'm scared and it's just so uncomfortable. But then I looked back and I was like, wait, I gotta be uncomfortable to be comfortable.
Gotta be uncomfortable to be uncomfortable.
How about you, Lauren? When have you felt like you needed to be uncomfortable to be comfortable? When did that mind shift happen?
I was about to say the biggest thing that I can say is the podcast.
Oh my gosh!
This is the great example. Yeah, and what got me more comfortable too with public speaking. I've always been a loudmouth. I've always talked a lot. I've always had a lot to say, but when it comes to, you know, articulating yourself and, you know, just kind of learning just how to speak better as a whole, it was a really big journey. And yeah, just learning the whole art of podcasting. 100%. Our producer Thomas Butcher, you know, has taught us a lot and
Thank you so much, Thomas.
Yeah, he has held our hand through all of this, and it's been something completely new to learn. But that was the big thing. It was something really big, and it's nerve-wracking, you know, for us just to sit here and talk.
Scary.
And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So that was something that really put me out of my comfort zone. That made me super uncomfortable. But now I'm comfortable.
We're comfortable. We had to be uncomfortable to be comfortable.
Right.
And now we sit in front of a camera and then there's a mic and we hear ourselves talk through the mic and it's not scary anymore.
And it's not scary. I want to touch on what you said about the Troy School District just providing opportunities, because I have to take this moment to shout out Troy Preschool. Because as we talk about, you know, changes and, you know, in college and careers and how we are set up, this program is so amazing. So I just have to talk about it. If you guys do not know, Troy Athens has a fully operational preschool inside of it. It's kind of at the back of our school, and it has how many kids do we have this year? I think we have 19 babies this year. In our classroom, and how it works is that a high school kid will get paired up with a preschool kid, and throughout the year, you are their partner, you're their mentor, you're their friend, and you learn child development, child psychology. You learn how to teach. It's an all encompassing experience, and it is one of the best things I've ever been a part of. And when I say I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, preschool's today, I cannot wait, you know, like, and it is such a nice break in your day, you know, from the math and the, you know, I'm in AP Lang and just all these classes and AP Enviro, and then you go and you get to hug little babies and they're playing Play-Doh with you. Like, it is the best experience. And as a kid who wants to be a teacher, I'm going to school for education. It is so amazing because I get this experience so early, you know, because most teachers, you know, who are aspiring don't get this in classroom experience until college,
100%.
or right, until they're very far in their degree. And like, I'm in high school, I'm not even in college yet. I'm getting this whole experience in Troy Preschool. So I am just so grateful. Yeah, because like, that's the coolest thing ever. I am so grateful.
It's so cool.
It is so cool.
Oh my
God.
God.
That we're kind of, all of these interests can just be fostered and they can just be kind of taken care of in this environment.
100%.
It's really cool.
And if you guys know this, Lauren took a bunch of science classes. She took a bunch of all these art classes and crazy classes in preschool, and I watched Lauren decide education. I watched Lauren go from medicine to this and that, and she decided on education, and I just loved watching you get to that point. It was such a like moment of discovery and an aha moment, and I love that you used all the opportunities that were given to you to just find out that this is what you love and this is what you want to do for the rest of your life. And you might care about medicine and all of that, but teaching the next generation and setting them up for success is what's important to you, and I just love that about you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you just hit it on the head. But yeah, like the fact that I got to explore, you know, science and STEM and all of these other things until I got to education, but I was doing that all inside my high school. It was amazing.
Which is crazy, right?
It's crazy.
Like, it's so amazing. Now, I don't know about you guys, but right now when she's talking about the preschool, I didn't take the class personally. I'm excited. I want to know some random facts.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me the crazy psychology that you never expected, and then when you heard it, you're like, wow.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Let me think. Yeah, we have learned so many cool things about the kids and development. And I don't know. But one thing that I guess I've just observed, and I mean, I knew this, but when I tell you kids are sponges. Kids are sponges. Like they are observing you, they're looking at you, they're watching you, and how you act in the classroom is literally creating these children's perception of school. So when you walk in there, when you have, an excited energy about, the books or how to read or how to learn, you are teaching, those kids to have, an exciting disposition about when it's time to learn about school. It's just so important. So, I mean, that's kind of a vague answer, but everything is important.
Not vague at
everything
all.
matters and goes into a child's
100%. Development.
But it's just beautiful to see. Like, it's beautiful to see these kids who came in who couldn't spell their name, and now they are everywhere. They'll be writing their name and they'll be spell. It's amazing to see. Yeah,
I just love that. And it's so nice seeing the passion that you have. Lauren talks about this all the time.
I really
she loves
do, guys.
education and the kids, and I just love it. I remember them like walking around in their little like Halloween costumes.
They're like superstars. I will say, like anytime the babies are in the hallways, they're like superstars.
That's so sweet, and I love that about you, Lauren. Now, I do want to ask you. You were a kid once.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you were learning all these things. And
a former baby. 100%. I was a former baby.
Now, what was something, I mean, moving from middle school or from elementary school to middle school or middle school to high school, it's a big change. And that is so scary. What do you want to tell anyone who's going through, who's gonna go through a change recently or what's them called? That's about to leave, like the seniors. What would you say to them? Because these are big changes. What helped you cope?
Good question. Really good question. I think the one thing that helped me cope the most, and one thing I think that is always going to keep you grounded, is knowing who you are. And again, this might sound vague, but I'm going to explain. Knowing who you are. It is so important. Because rather, you're in college or new job, new friends, or you're going from, a grade change, it's so important to know who you are, to know what matters to you and what's important to you as you move through life, as you make these changes, as you meet new people, as you create new relationships. It's so important to know who you are, know what matters to you, hold your values true to yourself. Because I think during big changes, things can get a bit lost,
100%.
And influences can become bigger, and influences can, kind of come into your life, and you need to know who you are. You need to be, I guess, strong. You need to be strong in who you are.
Set your priorities straight.
Set your priorities straight.
100%.
Know what you like and what you don't like in a friendship. You don't have to be friends with everybody just because they're there. You don't have to. You can protect, you can protect your energy and you can protect your heart, but knowing you, I think is the most
love
important.
That you said that.
Yeah.
I really, really love it. And now touching up on what you said with friends, for me, I think one big important thing about transitioning is when you're choosing, you are who you hang around. We've talked about that before.
Yes.
And literally show me 5 of your closest friends, I will show you your future. Yeah. You know what I mean? It will tell me a lot about who you are by the people who you hang around. And choosing your friends wisely. Make sure when you're choosing your friends, it's the kids who prioritize school, who prioritize love and family and care, and don't make bad choices. You know what I mean? Because these times in transitioning, like you said, people sometimes lose themselves. People lose their priorities, and you don't have to like be the person who has to go through that when you know what you need.
Exactly.
And for me, I need kind people in my life. And all my friends, I'm so grateful to say this, everyone that I choose to hang around is so sweet, so kind and so supportive. And when you have that influence around you, and all my friends are so smart. They're so kind. And all these are choices. We are so responsible for the things that we do.
Yes.
And when it comes to like circumstances obviously that can happen, but you literally you are what you choose to do, because there's so many situations. There's a very thin line with circumstances and choices, and when you decide, when you know in your mind and you set your mind that you want to do something, you will make the choices that will set you to that path. And as long as you make the right choices and you're around people who choose to do good things, then everything will be okay. No one can tell me that I'm just an angry person. I'm an angry person. And when I'm angry, I choose silence, because I know that I can hurt someone. So I'm choosing to stay silent so that nobody gets hurt. So then I'm choosing to talk to them later. And that's my big one. Like, choose and choose.
That's a choice. Choosing your energy. And you do surround yourself with varied people. I will say all of your friends are like the most amazing, educated, like gorgeous girls ever.
Oh my gosh, I literally love them so much.
Yeah, it's choosing your circle, very important.
100%. And it's like, you really don't have to be friends with everyone.
You don't.
But
you
like,
don't. Yeah.
You guys would be surprised at how many kind, smart, amazing people are out there. Just go out there and look. Yeah, they're there.
Now, I have a question for you, Reman. As you talk about your circle influencing you in such a positive way, how do you think throughout your life, throughout your high school career, peer pressure has influenced you or affected you?
Now, I can say, like I said before, when I was in middle school and going into freshman year, I was so comfortable in my little circle that I didn't choose to find other people that resonated more with me.
Right.
There was like situations where peer pressure was like things that I was personally uncomfortable with that they may not have been, like maybe hanging out with a certain group of people, or someone says something that hurt my feeling and they don't think it's that deep, but obviously it hurt my feelings. And I think people laughing it off and like saying it's fine and it's not that deep, the peer pressure makes you take it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, haha, now we're all laughing at me because you said something that was supposed to be funny, but I'm going to cry about it later. You know what I mean? So I think that was like a big one. I know there's like more serious situations that happen, especially like in middle and high school. But when you realize that and you don't surround yourself by people who your good friends are not going to peer pressure you into doing anything you're uncomfortable with. It could literally be eating ice cream. If you're uncomfortable with eating ice cream,
don't eat
your
it.
Friends are not going to make you do it.
Exactly.
A good friend will not make you do anything. And like this, when it comes to me and Lauren, for example, like me and Lauren, we're comfortable with different things.
Yes.
And we have our boundaries.
Yes.
Lauren has never asked me to, let's say, hang out with her friends who I'm uncomfortable with, or do anything that I wouldn't want to do. And I've never asked her to do anything that she wouldn't want to do.
Always respecting the boundary.
And then asking. It's not that hard to ask. Hey, Lauren, like, do you want to go on a walk?
It's the communication.
Okay. Are you sure? Like, do you feel bad or do you want to go later? No, I just don't want to go on a walk. Okay.
And that's it. And that can be it. Communication.
End of conversation.
Big one.
100%. So,
Big one.
Yeah. How about you, Lauren? When was a time you felt like you were being peer pressured, and how did you deal with that, and how would you maybe change that or keep it the same?
Now, if you don't mind, I want to take the question, but I want to kind of pivot it a little bit, because I want to talk about peer pressure in a little bit in the scope of Athens, a little bigger, because the way that I've experienced peer pressure throughout high school is honestly probably a bit different than a lot of kids have, but peer pressure in the like academic, just overall culture at Athens. I want to talk about it, but not even really in a negative way. I think that Athens kids being so driven academically, because honestly, I don't think you can go to school there and slack and not feel bad. Right. Everyone around you is doing, and not even just that, they're just trying their hardest.
100%.
There's just clear effort. Every student is just clearly putting in a lot of effort. And like, honestly, like in class, I'll like look around and like everyone's locked in, like we're locked in on the like we're kind of locked on the mission. So I think that like the overall academic culture of Athens being so strong, that is a form of peer pressure, but it's the good pressure. I think it's good pressure, and it motivates you constantly. It kind of motivates you to kind of want to keep up and and to kind of keep going and to challenge yourself more.
100%.
So that's kind of how I feel like I've experienced peer pressure.
I love it. And like, I think I can agree with that. Like, I've experienced positive peer pressure, and I don't know if that's the right word for it to describe it.
Yeah,
but
I think there's like a specific word. It's like a type of pressure, but yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's like in a positive way. Like, sometimes my friend Vanessa Liu, you guys know Vanessa Liu. Vanessa Liu is a golfer. She is such a good golfer.
She
and
does
like,
it all.
I wouldn't say this is like, peer pressure or negative. She was just like, guys, let's go out and try golfing. Who wants to come with me and try golfing? And I was like a little like, oh, I'm not good at it. Like, I don't know if I would be good at it. And then she's just like, if you're not comfortable with doing it, you don't have to. But like, I think you would do really good. And she was just like explaining that, you don't have to be perfect at something when you first start out. She wasn't good. You're the best people at what they do. Like the people who are so good at what they do were not that good at some point. So then like, I was just like, okay, I'm down. So that's going to come up sometime soon. But it's just like,
that's good
she's
pressure.
So motivational. So like, let's try new things with this pressure, you know?
Yes,
And
totally.
I love it so much.
Yes, totally.
100%. And now I want to touch up on we're going to go back a little, just a little bit. Now, when it comes to choices, you know what I mean? How do you feel like we are getting prepared to make the best choices?
Yeah.
Because right now we're saying we're making all these choices. Some of them may matter, some of them may not. But how will that, really prepare us? Because right now I feel like, we're making these choices that are going to affect the rest of our life. But are they preparing us in the right way?
Yep. Again, I think, I think we're being prepared definitely, academically. But when it comes to, every other choice, again, I feel like I keep saying it, but stay grounded. And again, stay grounded in who you are. And moving, to, colleges, and you're going to receive all these influences. Stay grounded in who you are. At the end of the day, it is your life. And especially to all the juniors, because it's, what college are you going to? What college are you playing? And it's all it is your life. It is your school. It is your experience. Stay grounded in who you are.
100%.
I think, and I keep saying
I love that. And now I want to go back to the junior part. When I was a junior, it was really big on that. Like, so much like, what college are you going to? Ooh, what college are you going to? UMich, right? UMich. It makes you feel so pressured to like make that choice. You know what I mean? But what are your priorities? You're right. For me, my priorities is how much the college is willing to offer me, because I can't afford, some people can't afford this. Some people care about the campus life. Some people care about the academics. So make sure you know what your priority is and how, you're going to stick with that and how you're going to make your choices, because it's not about what others think. It's about what you need.
It's the biggest thing for me is my environment.
100%.
I can't just live anywhere. I can't just go to school anywhere. I need my environment. I need to love where I live. I need it to be a sociable, a walkable environment, so, and like a ton of people will say like, oh, well, Lauren, this college would be a great fit for you. Oh, Lauren, this college would work great for you.
It's not always that. It's not
life.
always that. Yeah.
Stay
and then
grounded.
For me, same thing. The environment, the people I'm around. And
it matters.
The colleges I'm looking at need to be able to offer me money. They need to be able to offer me a good campus life, good opportunities. Because after the opportunities I received at TSD, I don't think I can settle for anything.
Listen, we are coming to you spoiled.
My standards are up here.
We're coming to you spoiled. I'll just know.
100%. Now, we talk about these amazing things that Troy School District has taught us. And what is, I feel like, to end it off, I just want to ask, what is one thing that you think is one of the most important things that Troy School taught us about adulthood? And what is something you wish they did teach us? Because, nobody's perfect. Nothing is perfect.
Can I bounce it back to you? You start and then I'll,
For me, I feel like the biggest thing that I'm appreciative of is the college and careers stuff that's going on. When they walk around, is it called Zillow or Excello? It's like
Zello. Zello.
It's like they have us do these based off our personalities. And we get to find out what we're interested in, what could be a possibility that we might have not even thought of, or like even jobs that I didn't even know existed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which was insane for me. And you get to look at the financial state of it, the education state of it, which I think that is like such a real, like, you know what, we're not gonna have fun and games and talk about college fun. No, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna tell you what your options are and how you can use those to be, useful for you. And then one thing I think I don't know. I don't know if we have a class for this. I think it might be in adulthood, but I feel like taxes.
Oh yeah.
And money.
Yeah.
Money,
we have a
taxes.
Financial
Is it that?
literacy class?
Maybe
yeah.
I should have taken that class because I'm here stressing about taxes,
Right.
insurance, you know, all that scary stuff. I mean, I think I've been taught just a little bit, but I feel like I need to sit down and someone explain to me from A to Z what's going on, because
don't we all? I feel like that's
so
every
scary.
young person. It's so scary.
It's so scary.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. Every time I get on the phone with an insurance person, I feel like they're gonna yell at me. Like, I'm sorry for existing.
It's adult stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
so scary, but so exciting. You know what I mean?
For me, again, I think I'm gonna say the preschool. Again, it's just every day. It is career enriching. You know, I'm hands on. I meet the kids. You know, and I'm working with them every day, and it isn't an experience that I could get anywhere else.
I love it.
So yeah,
take your classes, guys. Know what Athens offers. Know what Troy offers. Know what TCC offers.
Yeah, know what your district has for you.
It's amazing. Go out of your way to know what they offer. Now, thank you so much for sitting down with me. And thank you guys so much for tuning in on today's episode. You know where to find us at live.unfiltered.pod on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yes, and if you guys would like to be a guest or have anything to share with us, feel free to DM us on Instagram, or we have a form in our bio.
We're your co-hosts. I'm Reman Al-Khabati.
And Lauren Lewis.
Don't forget to embrace the mess and live life unfiltered. Bye, guys.